Alright. I got some funny shit to talk to you about. Alright, so I live in a condo association, right, with my grandma right now. So the this one chick moved in when we moved in. She lives across the street from us, but she's kind of crazy. I call her Crazy Karen. I don't like her very much, and she knows I don't like her, and she knows not to start shit with me. I understand. I will never hit an elder of mine. You have to, pretty much after you hit 30, I will not hit you unless it's like play fight. But I won't hit you. There's only one person I will fucking beat down senseless who is my dad's age. And that is my dad's wife. I will fucking beat her ass to the fucking ground one of these days. Piss me off one more time fucking taking my shit. I was 18 at the fucking time. Start shit with me. Sorry. See, I come back real easily. I'll start bitching and then, woo. Anyways, so, I'm gonna talk about Crazy Karen for right now. She was on the board, she was secretary, or treasurer, which, deals with the money and issues and shit. Well, last year when my grandma went to Ohio to go see my sister, because my sister was pregnant, so she went to go see her, and, I was home alone, all of a sudden, it's like 10 o'clock in the morning, I hear, and I hear, like, I see people, I was sleeping on the couch, which is, like, there's a huge bay window, and then we have you can see out into the porch, and, so I'm looking out the window, and I see fucking heads, and I'm like, the fuck? So I get up, and I kind of woke myself up a little bit, and I walked out, because I had walked through the garage to come out, and, the tree that I had, there was a little shrub here where it was kind of big, and a robin had made a nest in there, and she had 3 babies, and I named them all because come on, they're babies, come on, you can't hate them. So it was cut down from where the nest was, and I'm like, the fuck? So I walk back and I'm like, hey, what's going on over here? And they're like, oh, it was her and the vice president. They're talking about, or the president of the condo association. And he's like, oh, well, we're just spraying for bugs and we're taking care of shrubs that are overgrown. I'm like, did you guys cut the tree out in front? And they're like, which one? I'm like, the one by my garage. The one right next to my garage. And they're like, oh, yeah, it was overgrown. I'm like, there were baby birds in there, right? And they're like, oh, they weren't there. They flew off. I'm like, excuse me? I saw those baby birds 2 days ago, and they were not fucking ready to fly. Don't give me that shit. BS. Bullshit. No. So, I'm like, well, I don't think you should be doing this, because those are my grandma's plants, and we actually eat those plants. Because, she had a little garden, like, blackberries and it wasn't strawberries, but it was blueberries, tomatoes, I think squash too, I'm not sure, but they still did it anyways, and I couldn't do anything, because I wasn't supposed to be living here, but I was still, but, so anyways, this bitch, let me tell you, me and her have never gotten along, off the first hint, we've never gotten along, so, when I went to work, and, I got a call while I was at work, and it said police department. I'm at work, I can't really answer my phone, but I was pulling shelves. For some odd reason, I was pulling shelves, because I was cashier and I gotta pull shelves and shit, so I pulled my phone out, saw no people were out, so answered it. Hello, this is Amanda Smith. Yes, how may I help you? And they're like, you know a Kathy Manley? Yes. Oh, well, we're just gonna let you know she's got a warning against her, and we're gonna leave her at her house, but we just wanted to let you know that she is, she had police contact. The fuck? Why are you calling me? You're leaving her at home. Why the? I'm like, okay, well, thanks. Going away. Pull my shelves. Get home. I'm like, Grandma, why did the cops call me today? Well, me and Karen got in an altercation. I'm like, what do you mean got into an altercation? She pushed me, so I pushed her back, and then I stole her rake. What? Huh? You fought somebody? No, my grandma's not old. Like she's in, yeah, she's 60s maybe, but she don't act her like she acts young. And when you, if you've ever met my grandma, smiles all the way. It's always smiles and drives me fucking nuts sometimes. Cause in the morning she's like, "Oh man, that was a." Don't talk to me. I just woke up, or I haven't had any sleep. She just don't talk to me. Basically, what I am like in the morning. Don't fucking talk to me. Unless you see a smile on this face, do not talk to me in the morning. If I don't come up to you first thing in the morning, don't come up to me because there's no reason to. There's really no reason until you hear me talk. That's just who I am. I'm not a morning person. When I wake up, I'm bitchy. Face it, I'm bitchy as hell. So, I woke up and shit. And what was I talking about? Fuck. Oh yeah. So I'm like, if you ever met my grandma, she's a fucking nice as hell, and she does not start shit. Like she is beyond people who are gonna fight her. Like she's like, oh hi, how you doing? Oh, it's nice to meet you. Blah 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 blah. Gets on my nerves sometimes, just a little bit. Just sometimes gets on my nerves. But to hear that, I was like, whoa. Well, anyways, when I got kicked out, I guess her and Karen got into good sides and shit. And because Karen came over and she's like, oh well, we're gonna go plant shopping. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Well, there was a board meeting, like a few weeks ago. Probably like last. No, yeah, about a month ago. So we're sitting there and I hear my grandma, our next door neighbor came over, and my grandma was gonna walk her over with her because my grandma was the treasurer, secretary. My grandma was secretary, so she wrote down everything, and she had to go to meetings. So it was a whole neighborhood, meeting at the president's house. Before my grandma left, she's like, if you hear gunshots, call cops. You're funny. Sure enough, 20 minutes later, I hear, fucking bitch, you're a fucking cunt. Blah, 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 fuck, fuck, fuck. I heard screaming. Like, legit screaming from that house. And I was in the garage. Like, from where the house was, if someone's screaming, you should not hear them type screaming. So I'm like, and I see a few people leave, and I'm like, someone killed? And then I heard a slam, like I heard someone slam a fucking door like it was nothing. I'm like, oh great, what's going on? And after the meeting, everybody came out, and my grandma, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Tell me, please tell me what happened. I want to know. My grandma's like, well, Kieran resigned as treasurer, so I guess I got it. So now my grandma handles money. And, she resigned. So the board was like, they didn't like that shit, so they're like, she's off. Nope, there's no way she can get back. Nope, nope, no way. This bitch is crazy. Like, she's legit crazy. She's come over a couple of times, like, let me help you with this. I should help you with it. No, we got this shit. Don't worry about it. We got it. Don't worry. We got other people to help us with it. No, don't worry. She ended up calling my grandma's phone one day when I was using it. She's like, oh, hi, Kathy. I'm like, this isn't Kathy. This is Amanda. And she's like, oh, can you give your phone to your grandma when you can? I'm like, Actually, I'm on a very important call right now, so I will give her the phone and tell her to call you back after I'm done. I'm like, unless I'm like, is somebody dying? Like I legit said, is somebody dying? Oh no, and I'm like, well, what is it about? Oh, I just want to talk about the textbook. I'm like, that's not that important right now. You can call. She'll call you back later. And I hung up with her and started talking to my friend again. So, cause we don't want. She doesn't need to know shit. I mean, she needs to know what the regular community knows about. She resigned. She's no longer a part of this. So this morning I was up talking to a couple people, and we have the main lawn maintenance come out and cut all of our grasses, and I saw these big fucking machines come, which are they don't usually come, and they pulled in front of her house. And I was telling my grandma, I'm outside, smoking on cigarettes and shit, and she's like, grandma comes out and she's like, um, we need to talk, or I gotta go do something. Like, what are you doing? I got a call from one of the other neighbors telling me what's going on, and I'm just gonna go check it out. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come with you. So I walked over there with her, and I don't usually walk with my grandma, but you know, want to start some shit. So this, so it was like the main guy. My grandma never met him, so she wanted to meet him. So this lady, she's like, no, oh yeah, this is so and so, and my grandma's like, oh, it's nice to meet you. Well, I'm the treasurer, so I will let you know. If there anything you want to do, let me know. If through contracts, call me. We'll exchange numbers. That pissed Karen off. So we're standing there. It was me, the guy, Karen, and my grandma. Karen goes this way, and so does my grandma. And Karen was standing right in front of me. And she starts getting snippy with my grandma. So I got up and I'm kind of like just put myself between her. I'm like, yep, mhm, yeah. She was saying, well, he's gonna be over here a lot because we've been longtime friends and blah 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 blah. Look, we're not trying to get snippy here, but you don't need to get in nobody's face for that way. My grandma's short. My grandma's like, I'm short. I'm 5'5". My grandma's like 4'9", 5'8", 4'8". So my grandma's short. And Karen's probably about a little bit like my height. Fucking, I could snap her like a twig if I wanted to. But when she saw me come in between, she's just kind of like backed off, like, oh shit, okay. Well, we started talking to the guy a little bit longer because we went to another house and he was describing what was going on, what they were doing, and he ended up saying, I really don't know her. I have to deal with her. I don't know her personally, and we're not friends. It's business with me and her. We never been friends. I looked and I couldn't help it but laugh. I'm like, bitch just got called out by the lawn guy. So, I couldn't help but laugh. And then, like, he's like, yeah, she's driven me to the point where I almost wanted to quit. And I'm like, damn, dude. That's, that's, that's kind of sad. Like, this bitch needs to calm her fucking roll. Well, now she's been calling my grandma like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to snap on you, blah, blah, blah. Guarantee you, the people we went to, someone said something. Because people talk. A lot of people talk in this area. But I just wanted to give you an interview on Crazy Karen. So that's my fun story and how I found out that this lady's a crazy bitch. And if she starts shit with me or my family again, she's gonna get Amanda. You start shit with my grandma, you're gonna get me. I will come back. I will drive 6-7 hours to come see your ass and fucking lay your ass to the ground. I'm crazy that way though. I wouldn't hit her. I would probably just bitch her out like, how the fucking dare you? Could you do this? I almost did that when she bitched at my next door neighbor, because my next door neighbor is a sweet old lady. Fucking bitch at her, you're gonna deal with me too. Anyways, peace, guys.